Hi everybody, just a short video today on the subject of integrity. Integrity, that seems to me like one of those things that we all would like to have, and probably we all assume that we do have, but actually we spend very little time thinking about what it is or how to cultivate it. When we talk about integrity, we're mostly talking about the absence of it. We criticise others, particularly our politicians, for lacking integrity, but we spend more time noticing its absence than thinking about how to foster its presence. So in this video, I'm going to talk about two things that I think integrity is and one thing that I think it's not. So firstly, integrity means consistency. When we say that something is integrated, it means that all the different parts of it work together, fit together as a whole, and therefore all together those parts are worth more than they are individually. And the same can be said of integrity. When someone has integrity, all the different bits of their life fit together and work together and are consistent with each other. So what they say about one topic is consistent with what they say about another topic. Doesn't mean they're just always saying the same thing, but that there shouldn't be a conflict or a contradiction between their position on one thing and their ideas about another thing. Similarly, what they say should be consistent with what they do. They shouldn't preach one thing and practice something different. So if you're a person with integrity, what you say on Monday morning and what you do on Friday night will not be in conflict with one another. It's not just individuals who can have integrity, organisations can have integrity too. Of course, a government can have integrity and it can also lack integrity. And the same is true of a company, a university, a charity or any other organisation. And so integrity is an important property for organisations. It's also an important property for leaders of organisations to have. A good leader takes responsibility for making sure that everything that happens in the organisation reflects the values of the organisation. And that is a way of saying that the organisation should have integrity. But the second thing is that integrity means accountability. It's not enough just to have a sense that every bit of your life lines up with every other bit, because you may have blind spots and you may not be able to see your life in the round. You may not be able to see the contradictions in your own discourse, in your own positions. And so integrity also means having a self-awareness about the axioms, the principles that underlie your discourse, and about where you're coming from, where you're particularly situated, and the potential insights that that standpoint gives you, but also the possible blindnesses, the possible limitations that come with it. Only others can point those out to you, and so integrity also means being accountable to others. It means speaking from a particular point of view, but also speaking into a particular community of discourse. Rowan Williams, former Archbishop of Canterbury and patron saint of bushy eyebrows, has an essay about integrity where he says this: "Having integrity is being able to speak in a way which allows of answers." I really like that because it suggests how integrity is not just something that an individual can have, but something that they cultivate in relation to others. But it's important to understand what integrity is not. I said integrity means being consistent, but integrity doesn't mean that you can't change. I said that having integrity means that what you say on Monday morning and what you do on Friday night should be aligned with one another. But if something happens on Tuesday, Wednesday or Thursday that changes your view, then you should change with it. Where new evidence arises, where events move on, where you hear new arguments that persuade you, you should change, and we hope that you should grow as a result. So integrity doesn't mean you have to be stubbornly consistent, that you have to keep on saying the same thing in the face of facts or arguments that ought to make you change your mind. But integrity does mean that when you change your mind about something, you have to think through the implications of that change. so that a change in one part of your understanding will ramify through other parts of your understanding, so that a change in one position will cause you to reflect on whether you need to change other positions, both in terms of what you say and in terms of what you do. A change in your convictions on one topic may lead you to change the way you act in quite a different area of your life. So those are just a few thoughts about what it means to have integrity, to be a person of integrity. It should be clear that integrity is always an aspiration, always a work in progress, always something that you have to keep reflecting on and keep renewing your commitment to. It's not something that just becomes settled and that we can just afford to kind of take for granted or ignore. Let me know then if you agree with me or if you think I've missed anything crucial about integrity. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you in another video.